Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Captain Clyde's MTG. Today, a Black Lotus sells for a new record and TCG makes a union. So, it's good to see you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Sorry I've been a little lackluster lately. As you know, we just came off of Diablo 4 closed beta weekend. It was a blast. Man, did I love it. Go check out some of the live stream videos. Not a whole lot of talking going on, but you get to see what it's like. Open beta is next weekend. I'll be back doing it again with more live streams. And apparently, I must have ran myself ragged this weekend because I was sick as a dog Sunday night after the closed beta. I don't know if it was because of something I ate or I was that into Diablo for hours on end and I didn't realize it until I turned the game off and had to be self aware. But I'm starting to get past it today, so sorry we're a little late, but let's get into it. So today, this is posted on IGN. We have a record sell of a Black Lotus for 540,000. This sell was reportedly at a recent auction, reported by Polygon. In the history, 2019, a Black Lotus sold for 166 on eBay, followed by another purchase just 2 years later for 511. More than triple its price. Now, with the recent auction held by PWCC Marketplace, the Black Lotus cements its position as the most expensive Magic Gathering card ever sold, and we know that. The only one that can beat this is there is a Black Lotus artist proof signed by, is it Rush, I believe? Anyway, a signed Black Lotus that was bought for I think 800,000 by Post Malone. So, with that said, the record sale here, they say, reinforces the Alpha Black Lotus as an investment. Again, this was an alpha, so betas are cool, don't get me wrong, but everybody wants them alphas. So, talks about the original printing in 93. Yeah, despite claiming to never reprint broken cards to devalue them, Wizards released a 30th anniversary set last year for a whopping $1,000 that contained a number of out-of-print cards, albeit not tournament legal, including, yep, you guessed it, the coveted Black Lotus, which understandably caused uproar to the MTG community. If you guys don't remember that, go check those videos out, or just ignore them because, God, it was a shit show. But the 30th anniversary set is still out of stock on Wizards of the Coast website. That is because this guy doesn't know any better, and it's nothing against him. They took it down. They didn't resell it. They now gave all these away to stores, and stores are giving them away as prizes. So they're free now. So it's not that it sold out. It's just that no one would buy it. They basically sold 1,800 of these out of like 20,000 boxes. Yeah, it was a giant shit show. Anyway, put it bluntly. Sorry, kids. If there's kids in the room, you're gonna have to go tell daddy to moderate your stuff. Anyway, so, and then also we have this gym here. So at Engadget, I guess it's what it's called. The workers at Trading Card Marketplace TCG Player form eBay's first union. Boy, seen it all now. You know, everybody needs a union for McDonald's basically. Yeah. Anyway, to give you guys a little background, TCG Player bought out a lot of other card companies, Channel Fireball being one of them. Not Channel Fireball itself, but the card selling part of it, which was called something different. I forget what it's called. We did a video on it a long time ago. Shortly after that, eBay bought TCG Player. So, and in that, apparently the people at TCG Player don't like to work or feel they're not being treated correctly. Either one. Because they filed complaints against the company for anti-union efforts. So if we go down here and take a look, eBay purchased the company in 2022. It appears that TCG Player voted in favor of joining a union. They have 272 non-supervisory workers at the company authentication center in Syracuse, New York. Oh, that says it all. It's New York. But anyway, as represented by the Communications Workers of America. I don't understand why they're part of that union or why they have one to begin with, but hey, you do you. But anyway, so they filed for a union election. It got through. So it says here, CWA's announcement, union victory. It said TCG Player workers first tried to unionize in 2020. However, the company hired a union buster to spread disinformation, and the workers ultimately withdrew their petition for a vote due to pandemic. While this was successful this time around, the employer reportedly tried to get them back down again. CWA filed a unfair labor practice charge against the company in January for illegal surveilling union activities. It filed more charges just last week, accusing the company of threatening workers for supporting unionized efforts and forcing them to attend anti-union meetings as well. The unionized workers are still waiting for the NLRB's decisions on those complaints. So, I'm just going to be honest with you. There's nothing against the law about them trying to convince you to not unionize. It's a information act, and the union can give you all the information they want, but it also means that the people who don't want the union or the people you work for are allowed to give you their information as well. Um, this is again just one of those things where listen to me and nobody else will give you the best of everything. And not that unions aren't good, some of them are, but for the most part, you're not going to get what you want out of them. Trust me, I've been in the union. But anyway, moving on with that, unionized activities, they can get you to not do unionized activities, especially if it interferes with your actual job. So, if you're supposed to be working and you're off doing union work on the business clock, that is not allowed. Unless it's in your union contract, which if they've just unionized, I'm pretty sure they don't have a union contract. That contract has to be signed with the company and the union workers and approved. So if they don't have that, you still are required to do what your job is, regardless of if you're in a union or not. That's like saying I'm in the cake bakers union. I have to leave my job to go advertise for the cake bakers union when you're supposed to be baking cakes. If no one's there to do the work, then nothing's going to get done. So these are contractual obligations that probably won't go anywhere, and they have to be made up front. You can't just say it's unfair. So anyway, we won't get into it too much, but down here also, it says here they filed another unfair label charge against eBay-owned TCG player. It says here, called for the firing of worker Iris St. Lucie, retaliatory in the wake of an election. The union claims that TCG player management has escalated its anti-union war against workers as a result of the vote. All non-supervisory workers, TCG player, Authorization Center, New York, blah, 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 are now represented by a union. Since the workers announced their second unionized attempt in January, there have been 3 unfair labor charges with the National Labor Relations Board. Again, without the union being there, this is kind of sketchy, so I don't know where they're going to go with it. But let's be honest, some of the things here that's going to be really hard for them is you have to have a contract in place before labor negotiations can really give something solid. And B, you're dealing with eBay, who basically has monopolized the market for card selling, for the most part, online. Not sure how I like that, but I do sell through eBay. You guys know that if you've ever shopped on my store. It is pretty easy and pretty simple. I have shopped on TCG Player, and to be honest with you, it was just terrible for me. And honestly, everybody involved, even the customers, because either they want to scam you, or when you buy from someone, the buyer tries to scam you. I buy on TCG Player every once in a while when I'm desperate, and it's not something I really enjoy. Just gonna be honest, it's honestly awful. But at least with eBay, there's more rules, I guess. But anyway, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. So, not that anybody's really heard about it, because apparently not nobody cares, because I didn't know this was going on, and apparently this is a pretty old article. This article was March 11th. It's now the 21st. I'm just now hearing about this. So apparently nobody gives 2 shoots. But hey, why would we? We just want good priced cards with no scamming. And honestly, that's going to be hard for people. So there you have it, guys. If you want to look it up, feel free. Engadget, I guess is what it's called. Written here by The Moon on March 11th, 2023 at 5 in the morning. Wow, this person's a night owl. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Stay tuned for more information and comments and more weird stuff to the channel as we cover all things gaming. If you haven't subscribed, now's a good chance. Links in the description for more ways to support. And as always, until next time, be kind. And I hope to see you across from the game table. Or across from Diablo 4 on the open beta this weekend, while I will be hammering the Necromancer, since it's actually available this weekend, not last weekend. Yeah. See you there.